As Nicole Kidman says at the beginning of every AMC theater movie, we come to this place for magic. We seek out media to laugh, to cry, to care, because we need that, all of us. That indescribable feeling we get when the lights begin to dim and we go somewhere we've never been before, not just entertained, but somehow reborn together. Dazzling images on a huge or small silver screen, sound that I can feel. Somehow, heartbreak feels good in a place like this. Our heroes feel like the best part of us, and stories feel perfect and powerful because here they are. These films, book, TV, and more, these stories make life better, and I am here with Team Green, myself, Monish, Anthony, Fabian, and Joshua, to share with you where media and entertainment came from, where we are at now, and how it continues to evolve for a better escape. Over to Monish to talk about the history.
Thanks, Sarah. So before the internet, people enjoyed media through print, radio, cinema, TV, satellite TV, cable TV, and physical formats like cassettes, tapes, CDs, DVDs. The business model was different. It was direct, like selling movie tickets, disruptive when new formats replaced old ones like TV replacing radio or blended mixing ads and subscriptions. The value was all about cost. Cheaper entertainment won people over. This was the blockbuster area where you had to rent or buy a DVD or cassettes to watch something, a fun but slow time. In 1998, Netflix shipped its first DVD by mail, changing how we watched movies. By 2000, the digital movement began. Media started shifting from physical to digital. Music and movies became files, not objects. The business model started using subscriptions, downloads, and early online ads. The value was convenience and access, and companies earned through downloads and digital's ad. Then in 2005, broadband internet came, making media fast and real time, no more waiting to downloads. In 2006, Amazon launched AWS Cloud, making it easier for companies to store and stream content globally, cheaper and faster. 2007 brought the smartphone boom with Apple, Samsung, and Nokia. People start creating and watching content on phones. Amazon launched Kindle for books. Netflix and Spotify started streaming using subscriptions model. By 2010, AI started helping with personalized content. Streaming became mainstream. People binged shows at home. In 2016, VR became popular with Oculus and Meta, opening new doors in entertainment. And finally, from 2015 to 2025, we saw a mobile first world. People now mostly watch short movies, videos on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, content that's fast, fun, and social. So, from cassette to cloud, from blockbuster to TikTok, media has truly transformed how we create, share, and enjoy content. So I pass it to Anthony. Thanks.
Perfect. Thank you, Manish. So getting into the present, we are seeing media and entertainment have shifted from passive viewing to immersive, interactive experiences with AI and VR driving the next revolution. Getting into the business models, I want to focus on three. For viral, you can become very popular based off rapid growth through sharing on apps like TikTok, where you can create content. And then for long tail, you can see that it is serving global micro communities with niche audiences, which attracts certain creators or aspects into the entertainment fold. And I think the biggest thing for present day would be repeated purchases, where subscriptions fuel loyalty and revenue. And we see this with Netflix and Apple TV, where they make you pay to feel the experience of streaming from your home. Getting into the compared to the past, uh, in the past, we see a much more passive consumption, limited access, and gatekeeper control, where everything is done very uniformly with tools that are not even close to the technology and advancements we have now. While in the present, there's an instant creation, global distribution, audience participation from all aspects of business and entertainment, whether that's social media, the news, movies, TV shows, and even virtual reality. And we see entertainment shifting from a monologue to a dialogue, where we used to see a one-way communication and limited access to content, turning into a global distribution of a two-way interaction that supports audience engagement and creativity amongst communities across the world. For present day transformation, We are seeing a highly personalized mobile and interactive media right now where audiences can create, remix, and influence content as they so choose. And with an overall viral growth aspect like a TikTok, we can redefine speeds of influence in today's culture. Also, with AI and VR advancements taking place in the present, have started to shape the way for what media and entertainment could truly become, which Fabian will speak on next. Lastly, for value props and capture, we are seeing for our value props creativity and personalization, where the ability to create and express yourself to the world using many different platforms and tools available today is limitless. And accessibility and convenience gives a free aspect to seeing media and entertainment all around you, while also having the ability to pay to see better options on the platform or sector. For capture mechanisms, they include subscription and advertising, where the subscriptions aspect comes in regarding repeated purchases for things like YouTube Premium or Spotify Music, while there's also an advertising incorporated into free media as well, like TikTok and YouTube. And lastly, with licensing, we see this with different streaming services, music licensing, and character franchisee licensing, and movies being used to generate more money in your entertainment field, like in a Netflix series or movies like Marvel. And next, we'll be handing it off to Fabian to talk about the future.
Cool. Yeah, so let's take a look at the future. So in the future, you won't just watch experiences, you'll live them. Media will hijack your senses, sync with your emotion, and embed itself directly into your memory. Experiences will change dramatically. With full sensory VR and neural interfaces, we'll literally step into movies, concerts, books, or games. Imagine smelling the jungle, feeling wind rush by, or walking alongside your favorite characters. Media will also become emotionally intelligent. Using biometric and neural feedback, content can shift its tone or pacing based on your mood. Feeling down, the story softens to comfort you. Feeling bored, it speeds up to keep you engaged. And we won't just consume media, we'll co-create it. With AI-powered storytelling tools, fans can write themselves into narratives, influencing and evolving the content for themselves and other users. These AI tools will also allow content to adjust on the fly for each individual user based on their preferences, giving each user a personalized and custom experience just for them. Then there are going to be digital twins and hologram, persistent AI versions of ourselves that interact on our behalf in the digital worlds. These experiences won't just be immersive, they'll become alive. So to support these experiences, media business models will need to incorporate all of the explosive business models. We'll continue to see a network-based approach, both direct and indirect, where platforms connect users with creators, experiences, and each other, with content and platforms being built around participation, not just consumption. We'll also continue to see subscription and repeat purchase business models. Blended models will become the norm, where things like a VR headset can be used for work in the morning and it becomes your entertainment portal at night. The long tail approach will also be amplified by AI, allowing creators to deliver hyper-personalized content at virtually no added cost. Every niche audience will be reachable. Viral models will continue to exist, like holographic teasers you'll see on the street or seeing new experiences at a friend's house. What ties all this together is disruption. It won't just be a change in how we consume media, what media is will change. With this shift, the value media offers will change too. It'll become even more hyper-personalized, reacting not just to your choices, but your mood and even your subconscious. It'll offer unparalleled performance, being fully immersive, emotionally resonant, and interactive at every level. It'll become more convenient than ever, accessible at any time, anywhere, across devices, or even through things like neural links. Cost models will be flexible and will allow consumers to only pay for the experiences that are customized for them. And most importantly, it'll unlock new capabilities, new ways to connect, create, and experience media and entertainment that feels as real as life itself. Capturing value in this future means rethinking how we price and deliver media. Expect some value capture mechanisms to be similar to the present, with things like pay-per-use or pay-per-experience, freemium models, and subscription models alongside blockchain microtransactions. The biggest shift we'll see is in cost innovation, where things like cost sharing models will evolve, where creators and users can share the cost of creating and experiencing. This is where media is heading, a convergence of technology, emotion, and interaction that blurs the line between story and reality. And investments in technologies will be needed to realize this future, and Sarah will talk about that a bit more.
Yes, so we plan to invest in technologies that will enable our vision for the future of media and entertainment. In the short term, our focus will be on AI, as its rapid advancement is reshaping the industry. Also, we focus on innovative streaming solutions, including VR streaming platforms. We'll also support foundational technologies like quantum computing to enable these advances. To protect growing volumes of intellectual property, we'll strengthen our investment in cybersecurity. Additionally, we'll explore emerging technologies such as VR, AI, and holographic projection to continue to invest in those in the midterm. For the long term, we'll invest in frontier areas like neural interfaces, blockchain, Web3, and next-generation haptics, which we believe have significant potential, but will require some time to reach mainstream adoption. Over to Joshua to wrap it up.
To accelerate the 20-year vision to 5 to 10 years, the sector has to focus on factors that will derail rapid progress. I will dive deeper into just 3 of these 5 factors listed here. Firstly, delays in development of the enabling technologies mentioned by Sarah would be an obvious derailer. The industry has to join forces both within the industry and with adjacent industries to invest heavily in R&D to drive breakthroughs in core technologies, including in sectors such as new energy sources. Secondly, regulatory pushback may result from issues around the protection of consumers' personal data. On the other hand, there's the risk of creativity being stifled if the intellectual property of artists is not sufficiently protected. The industry has to proactively engage regulators and the public in setting ethical best practices and also investing in cybersecurity. Thirdly, the faster these new media and entertainment technologies advance, the higher the possibility of leaving the less privileged behind. One way to combat this is to enable accessibility through integration to mass market platforms such as mainstream education systems. Thank you very much for listening. This is the end of the presentation.